played Middle-earth Shadow of War, you should know about the character Eltarial, one of the people in the story, in the main campaign. It turns out they made an entire DLC about her, and I'm going to play it. Now, one thing about Eltarial, which is pretty funny, speaking about this DLC, is that she's very, very, very hated. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, she betrayed Talion even though she made him trust him, and she left him to die there. And the problem with this is, like, they did it. She did it with Celebrimbor. They did it to try and save Middle-earth, but they failed. And the truth is that if they did have Talion, I personally believe they would have destroyed Sauron, bring order to Middle-earth, bring order to Mordor, and get rid of darkness forever. And this would have been perfect, but of course, it's Celebrimbor, and if you played this game, you know what I mean by Celebrimbor. Celebrimbor is basically Sauron, but old and elvish and just ambitious. That's what I mean. And it's just that he deceived him. He deceived Talion so he could get his own power because he wanted to rule Middle-earth for his. And that's why there was an issue with Celebrimbor in the first place. Now, I liked Celebrimbor in the first one because I thought it was cool, but Sauron is kind of cool. You know what I mean? But yeah. And also to point off, just because she's a bad character, it doesn't mean that this DLC wasn't fun. It was the absolute opposite. I had lots of time enjoying this, and I think I'm going to enjoy making this video. I'm going to enjoy editing and creating this, and it's just going to be a fun time. I hope you enjoy this. And so for some news, if you haven't watched my video about how I 100% completed my first playthrough of the main campaign, then I just want to tell you guys that I've 100% completed this game, and starting this summer I'll record my second playthrough of Shadow of War. And I'm going to make it similar to this one with the video, the clips of the campaign. I'm going to have a bunch of all of that stuff. And yeah, it's going to be really cool. And for now, since I've already finished the Eltarial, the Blade of Galadriel campaign, I'm going to play the Desolation of Mordor campaign with a Baranor of Gondor, and I think that's going to be very interesting because there's actual humans in the campaign, mercenaries, generated. It's like Nemesis, I think. I don't know much about the Nemesis with those, but yeah. And this is just going to be very entertaining for you, I hope, and thank you for taking your time to watch this. So have you seen we've started battling the Giga Chad Talion himself, and surprisingly we could become buddy with him, which is very surprising to me. But you know, he's Talion.
I believe Mordor and the Nazgul must be contained. But how long can you fight this war before you fall and join them?
I don't know. So perhaps you should stay close. Come.
So it turns out that Talion has been fighting this war for 60 years, and he wants to tell us about it, and he shows us the Palantir, and he tells us what is going to happen. Now, this was very interesting for me. And of course, I already knew this, but I'd like to see it from Eltarial's perspective. It's very good. The cinematography, I think that's how you call it, was very good in this. And yeah, now we're sent to Sirth Ungol. So Talion takes us over to his fort, and what I thought was funny was this guy, Akoth Slayer. He was funny because I didn't have him.
My lordship,
Attacks have commenced against the other forts. We must prepare.
this is unfortunate. If attacked now, we'll fall.
What has happened?
He then tells us about this chain of things that happened. It's why we couldn't defend the fort, and it was funny. Just imagine that this guy had a fort, and all his favorite orcs were here, and they were the same names as these orcs.
Throck, perhaps deranged by poison, stabbed, I assume, who then bled to death.
After this, Akoth tells us about some orcs that we gotta recruit in the future.
I may know a few orcs who could provide the defenses we need. They are unique.
Very well. I must attend to the fortress in Saragost.
Saragost,
Whereas you now wear the ring.
I will not dominate these orcs. But I will bring them back, one way or another. This should be interesting.
Alright, here we go. Time to go into the big world. But before we do that, I gotta get some good gear. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you. There's these new light abilities where we use the light of Galadriel to defeat our enemies. Looks like nobody's gonna find him. Alright, now we got our gear. We're prepared for our first story mission. Oh, and would you look who it is? It's Leonardo da Vinci.
Ready, boys? This'll drive the buggers out! Meet the Bone Shaker!
Whew, that was almost as bad as Queso jumping. So what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to defend the architect and his workers so he would join our
You
army.
must protect the workers! We're months behind schedule! Finally! Someone who appreciates what I'm doing here!
So it turns out that Da Vinci has been building an underground fortress, and it is impervious to all attacks. And what we have to do is that we have to protect him and his workers and his fort from the ghouls so they can continue building and build the best fort in whole of Mordor.
My workers went far! Baradun, the Marauder, and Machine Forts, I did them all! Except for the outlaw forts. Oh, crap! Oh no! My archers! They're on loan from Arcaro! He's not going to like that! I'll give these buggers another taste of the Bone Shaker, and you target those barrels! We'll wipe them out yet! Right beneath our feet is a magnificent garrison! Glorious vaulted ceilings! Hundreds died in their construction! No, right now, we're directly above the fortress, main courtyard. Beautiful, isn't it? There's another of these statues down the road. It's bigger than this one. This is my masterpiece, She-Elf. My shrine to orc greatness, to Mordor itself.
It's a shrine to something.
You did great work here today, and with my archers gone, I'm going to need protection. I don't pay much, but you'll have no shortage of glory. Consider yourself hired.
I won't disappoint you.
Yes, and I will enjoy being his bodyguard. that Da Vinci guy. Alright, now that we've recruited Da Vinci, it's time to recruit our Baruch the Thrall. This one serves Shelob, which is very impressive because I thought all orcs hated spiders and Shelob.
They know what power you carry. My mistress has felt the sting of its light. She said you would seek me out. You have nothing to fear, Kirmizold. I am Ar Baruch, and I am to offer you my support.
And what is the price for this gracious offer?
Machine-worshipping fools trespass upon the domain of my mistress. Drive them out.
Very well.
Precious children will aid you.
And we were doing it. Me and the Thrall were rampaging across the caves. The spiders of Shelob were absolutely massacring the orcs, faster and cleaner than I could ever expect. Just look at them. Look at them crawling. Look at them jumping. Look at the orcs running away from them in terror. It was horrible, and it was very, very cinematic and entertaining. I think this is one of my favorite missions in the game. In this DLC.
Assaulting this encampment head-on will be too costly. I do not wish to...
I've already taken care of them.
Impressive! I was a fool to doubt my mistress. You have upheld your end of the bargain. I am yours until she tells me otherwise.
I think that was one of my favorite monsters in this DLC. And now it's time to defend the Giga Chad Italian's fortress. You're gonna die. I'm scared. Yeah, Sauron is best. I'm scared. You guys are poopy.
You lot have no idea what's coming! You...
Oh, I will enjoy watching them cut down by the archers I trained.
Oh yeah, I forgot to make a clip of me recruiting that guy. He's called Agbo of Morgoth. He's lived since the First Age. Pretty cool.
We are not done. Some of Sauron's orcs still live.
Hey Koth! Hey Koth, I hear something. Hey Koth, look! It's the Giga Chad!
We've lost Saraghost.
Oh no.
I don't suppose they had anything to do with it.
We are stupid people that make absolutely no sense in the lore of the Lord of the Rings. We are all dumb, we do not make sense, we come from a mystical land that I have no idea what it's called. Also, what the heck are you doing here on our property? Actually, no, it's Sauron's property, but we're just some two random gals that want to conquer everyone because we don't know that we don't have the competence to do that. Anyway, blah blah blah, blah blah, we're sped, shut up.
Slayer. Slayer! Go to Minas Morgul, make sure it is secure. We do not have the forces to retake Saragost.
Then I will burn it to the ground.
But before I go there and brutalize every single living orc in that place and avenge my orcs that were there, I have to get something. It's called gear.
Gorilla, pull up, he's scoring like Daniel Lillard. He say he ain't moving, ain't he a killer? This clip make him dance like he making a thriller.
Right, now that that's done, I'm gonna meet these guys, Tors Tinder and Flock Flint. Sadly, at the end of the game, they got killed in the battle, and it was very, very sad. Yeah, because these guys, these are the funniest orcs in this DLC.
Tinder, did you hear that? It was Bones! Glorious Bones! Who did this? Come out! Let's make things go boom together!
I am Eltarial, the blade of...
You make awesome bones! We have to work together. In fact, we could use your skills for a project we've been working on. If you help us, we'll owe you one. There will be bones!
How could I say no to such an enthusiastic invitation?
It turns out Flint and Tinder have an issue with something in the caves. They want to make the caves explode, but it destroys their fires. And it turns out it's a growl.
Here we are. Remember, don't kill the beast. We just want to break it. We start on boom.
Boom?
3, 2, 1, boom. Boom.
No need for ropes. I can take care of this.
Aim it, don't. That was amazing! My ears are still ringing, and I've been nearly deaf for years! As for this beast, you'll be singing it again real soon. Oh, the sweet bones it'll make! You're one of us now. Anytime you need something to go boom, just ask. And we won't take no for an answer.
I'm honored.
No, no, no. We're honored.
They'll be too useful. Alright, now that we're done with
Bones!
I can finally take over their fortress. And just with a few help. Quick and clean.
One word. Barrels.
You're correct. That is one word.
They're all over the place. Normally, you poison a barrel. It's good for a couple dead orcs. But use this poison, and you'll render the entire fortress uninhabitable. Lousy globs don't even need to drink it. Then again, there's one glob in there who owes me a favor. I've got to get him out, or I'll catch up with you later.
Oh yeah, I forgot to record when I met the Fixer. He fixes stuff when I need help with it. Pretty good.
Now we shall see how effective his solutions are. And perhaps why he is providing them.
Ha! Another abomination cleansed from Mordor.
Word of advice. You might want to back away from the poisonous green fog. Once you get the rest of the barrels poisoned, all the orcs in here will have to flee. Or die.
Sounds like you have everything planned out.
Except for that glob I need to rescue. He's too well guarded. Could use a hand getting him out of here, if you're inclined. We're close to my boy. Now might be a good time to rescue him, if you're so inclined.
Get me out of here!
Thanks, Mariah. I think I owe you a favor.
2 now. That should do it for this area. Ah, that will be Flint and Tinder. They're here. Now!
Now, this is what I call helping!
That's all the barrels in the outer wall. Time to head further into the fortress.
Blah blah blah, hell Sauron, elves suck, you stinky poopy baby, I'm in special ed, I'm just like every other orc, I'm so pathetic, so generic, I will never amount to anything because of how pathetic I am. I will probably be brutalized by you easily, and I am pathetic. Hail Sauron, he will kill you, not me.
I've known that trick for years. Up on the wall!
Good work. Now get to a safe distance and signal me when you're clear. I've placed archers who will blow up the barrels. No one's ever setting foot in this fortress again.
Job well done. It's gear time! Oh yeah, and this guy, he's my bodyguard. Creep.
I hereby renounce the dominion of the Dark Lord, the Bright Lord, whatever that cussed eye atop Barad-dûr is. I pledge myself here and now to you.
Fortress infiltration time!
I'm coming along with you on this one. Me and the Overlord have a score to settle. Best go in quietly, though. One of his war chiefs, the ambitious sort, has a key to a secret entrance on the roof of the keep. We should take care of him first.
Very well. Follow my lead.
What a pathetic wall! I could build one that is 10 times greater in half the time!
You're either brave or stupid for coming here without an army at your back. And soon, you'll be dead! Not a joke!
That's it. That's the key to the rooftop entrance. Messing with the Overlord's personal grog. I like it. I can't wait to see him take a swig. No more fire for these boys. Now they will.
Elf girl! Trying to sneak into the keep, are you? Did you really think the Overlord would leave it unguarded after the key got nicked? Now your foolishness is gonna get you killed! My mistress demands the she-elf be unharmed. She has sent me and her children to ensure this. Defy her and die!
And this was why Arbaruk the Thrall was one of my favorite monsters in this DLC.
Make your way into the keep. Stay in the shadows.
maggots defending this fort were soft. Taking it from them was too easy. Perhaps the others will be more of a challenge. I don't feel so good.
I gave you all the tools you needed to take this fortress, but did I get any thanks? No, I did not. Now you'll find out what happens when you don't pay your dues. I feel good. Nothing like evening the score to set you straight. Now to find a new glob to hate.
Oh, just glad I could help.
The plains of Gorgoroth, lit by the endless fires of Mount Doom. Of all the Dark Lord's dominion, this is its...
After collecting all that gear, I had to face the big boss.
So you come to do battle,
And the
not with
only,
feral
the
orc, nor a terror orc,
lawless.
nor a marauder. No tribe chooses the manner or the limit of the suffering I inflict. You face the lawless. Doubtless, another elf will come and seek these trophies. I will hold one last artifact for myself and await the challenger. I have no tribe. I'm not hindered by order. I am chaos.
After a long battle, betraying the architect for a mole rat, and killing a bunch of orcs, and charging into the fortress, I was ready. I was ready to face those two stupid Nazgûl who didn't know who to serve, so they served themselves.
You have come far, Elf. We thank you for bringing us the ring. There will be no victory, only pain. know this. We will be unstoppable.
天上太阳红呀红彤彤哎，心中的太阳是毛泽东哎，他领导我们的解放哎，人民翻身当家做主人，咿呀咿自由呀呀自由啊，人民翻身当家做主人。天上太阳红呀红彤彤哎，心中的太阳是毛泽东哎，他领导我们奋勇前进哎，革命江山一呀一片红哎，咿呀咿自由呀呀自由啊，革命江山一片红。天上太阳红呀红彤彤哎，心中的太阳是毛泽东哎，他领导我们奋勇前进哎，革命江山一呀一片红哎，嗦啦啦子嗦啦啦子咿呀一片红哎。
I must get back. I must get back. I must get back.
Steady, Ranger.
The time has come. Take me home to Gondor.
Take the ring.
May you gain some freedom in death.
I am banished from death and bound to the flaming eye.
With the Giga Chad's
I'll take your melody.
The end of this story.